This is He Knows His Sport, bringing you that heat and that fire. All right, I want to talk about 2019 and the mindset that you got to have when you go into your health journey. And I've said this before and I'll say this again. It's all about being consistent. It's all about being persistent. It's all about being diligent, and it's all about having discipline. Here's the thing. What does that look like? It looks like basically you telling yourself, you looking yourself in the mirror. I want you guys to do this. Just do this quick test. You know what I'm saying? I know it's going to be not the most comfortable thing to do, and you're not going to like yourself for doing it at first, but it's going to be reality. Reality is going to sink in. Get naked. I'm going to say that again. Get naked. And again, you don't got to do that to me. You don't got to do that for me or for anybody else, but this is for yourself. Go in the mirror, get fully naked, and look at yourself. And ask yourself at that point, do you like what you're seeing? Do you like yourself? You know what I'm saying? And when I say that, I'm not saying it from a mental self-esteem standpoint. I'm talking about from a physical standpoint. And if you don't like what you see at that time, and you're disgusted with what you're seeing, then you need to talk to yourself and tell yourself at that point, hey, I need to make a change. I know this sounds a bit cold-hearted, and it may sound a bit vulgar, to some folks, but it's what I'm trying to get you guys to see. I'm trying to get you guys to a place to where you guys need to start understanding that this is bigger than what you think. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it requires something this graphic of this magnitude for you to see where you're at. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying take this as a test. Get naked in front of a mirror, just you and yourself and your birthday suit, and ask yourself that question. Do you like what you are seeing? And be honest with yourself. Give yourself an honest self-reflection, an honest self-assessment, and be critical of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Give critical, constructive criticism of yourself. And whatever answer you get from that scenario, that situation, that will start. It either will do one or two things. It's either going to burn and light a fire inside of you to where you're going to want to make a change right then and there, or it's going to discourage you. Because I have to be honest and be real that there are a possibility that that's going to happen. I'm hoping that the prior happens and not the latter. Because only reason why I'm bringing up this example is because this is what I did. You know what I'm saying? Almost 3 years ago, I got myself in the mirror and I got naked and I looked at myself and I didn't like what I saw. I was disgusted with myself from a physical standpoint. I was like, man, how did you let yourself get to this point? How did you let yourself go? You know what I'm saying? And I had to talk to myself and I had to motivate myself and I had to say, you know what? You're going to have to turn this thing around, because at the end of the day, this does not define you. You want to be on this earth, a very long time. You want to enjoy yourself. You want to live a healthy life. You want to be able to not have issues, breathing going up the stairs. You know what I'm saying? You want to be able to do all kinds of things without any limitations. You don't want to be that person that's sitting there and people looking at you like, man, are you going to be able to fit on that, roller coaster machine? You know what I'm saying? Are you within weight proportion for you to be able to do zip lining and doing all of these different things? Yes, there are weight limits to all of these things. And that's when the reality sinks in that we are heavily overweight or obese when we are faced with these situations where there are weight limits and weight restrictions. I mean, even in the airplanes now, if you look at the seats, they're getting smaller and smaller, and the space is getting, that much of being smaller because they're trying to, it's a business. They're trying to accommodate and they're trying to make money. They don't got time to be sitting there worried about, oh, you putting on all this weight. They're not thinking about it from that standpoint. This is the cold-heartedness, and this is the reality of, the world that we live in, in terms of folks that are healthy versus folks that are not healthy. That's just the truth, and I would be failing you if I wouldn't be so unadulterated and so vulgar the way I am in this video. I've motivated you in the past videos, and I'm still doing that in this one. But at the same time, I'm giving you a dose of reality check, You know what I'm saying? A chill pill so that you can be knocked off from whatever planet you're on thinking, oh, I'm BBW, you know what I'm saying? It's BBW positive, or, I'm a big guy, it's okay for me to be big. No, it's not. It's not okay. Yeah, I don't know who's telling you this stuff. It is not okay. And you got to turn this thing around, because when it's all said and done, your insides is letting you know that it's not okay, because there are such things called heart disease. There's such things called diabetes. There's such things called cholesterol problems, which can eventually lead to heart failure, you know what I'm saying? Heart attack, strokes and things of that nature. You don't want those problems, man. You don't want those problems, girls. You don't want those problems, ladies. You don't want those problems, boys. You just don't. They're not right. They're not good. And they're not beneficial for anyone. Forget what everyone is saying. Get away from all of these status quo terms, you know what I'm saying, so that, you can fit in. Everybody's trying to fit in. Don't try to fit in. Just try to do what's best for you. I'm going to say that again. Don't try to fit in. Try to do what's best for you, because when it's all said and done, like your faith, you're going to have to walk this thing out called health, man. The health journey is a no joke business. And what I mean by that is you need to take it seriously. Don't take this thing lightly, man. People are spending all of the money in the world on their hair, all of the money in the world on their nails, all of the money in the world on taking care of themselves when it comes to frivolous and stupid things, engaging in sedentary life, drinking, partying, clubbing, and all of these other things, substance abuse and things of that nature. But people are not spending the money on their health. They're always making excuses saying, I don't have money, you know what I'm saying? I can't buy organic foods, I can't, eat a certain way because it's too expensive. Really? But you got enough to pay for a $500 hairdo. You have enough to have $1,000 a month, car note. I've seen some people have these ridiculous things going on. You got $500 to $1,000 to drop at a strip club, but you don't have that money to put into your groceries and making sure that you have, organic foods. When you really put it and boil it down, the organic foods in the stores are not as expensive as we say they are. People are just making excuses and creating shortcuts so that they can continue to do what they're doing, engaging in highly processed garbage foods and eating the way that they want to eat, and making excuses that, oh, I'm BBW. Oh, you know what I'm saying? I'm a big dick man. Oh, you know what I'm saying? No. Screw being fat, man. Screw being fat. I'm going to say that again. Screw being fat. It's whacked. Screw being fat, man. That thing is whack. I don't know who's telling people and who's putting in people's heads that it's okay to be heavily overweight and more obese, man. You can't breathe. How is that healthy? How is that beneficial to you? How are you the best versions of yourselves? When it's all said and done, when nobody's around and it's just you and you're looking at yourself in the mirror, you're the one that's sitting there clamoring saying, I have self-esteem problems. I'm not happy with myself. But what you want to portray outside to the world and to the masses that everything's okay. Right then and there, that shows you that's a problem. Again, I'm not here to hurt nobody's feelings, and I'm not here to be offensive. I'm just here to keep it real and tell the truth. If you don't like what you see in that mirror, when it's you by yourself in your birthday suit, it is time to make a change, man. And that's when you can start, having that battle of the mind and start doing some critical thinking into figuring out what steps I need to take to reverse this thing and to get this health right. That's when you can start engaging in eating right, eating proper, nutrient dense, healthy, organic foods. This is when you can engage in, I need to get my sleep together. Stop playing around with that, making sure I'm getting 6.5 hours to 9 hours of REM sleep. That's when you can start engaging into doing moderate, hard-working, intense workouts to where I'm working anywhere between 45 minutes to 2 hours each and every day in the gym, and I'm pushing myself. And I'm making sure I'm going 80 to 85%, of my heart rate when I'm working out. And then engaging into intermittent fasting, making sure that you're spending most of your window fasting as opposed to eating. Do these things, and I guarantee you guys will be successful in your health journey for 2019. This is He Knows His Sport. checking out.